Welcome back, guys, to Kicking Balls FC. Hopefully, all of you are having a good morning. It's a good morning for football, soccer, foosball, whatever you want to call it, the beautiful game. All right, so for today, I'm going to be talking about Copa America 2021, the quarterfinals. So I really wish this is just me speaking out loud. I really liked the Copa America Centenario that happened in 2016, where you had the confederations of South America and North America, and it was much more enjoyable, I would say the least, because it's the whole continent of the Americas, both North and South. And yes, I will say that South America, CONMEBOL, is a much higher talent death level than CONCACAF. But it's good because sometimes you have that moment of brilliance of upsets where, you know, especially if you allow, teams like Mexico, the United States, Jamaica, Canada, Costa Rica, just going inside South America and just playing Copa America. I don't understand why CONMEBOL loves to invite teams from other confederations, especially the Asian Confederation. I guess I understand why, because depending on the population size, like in Brazil, there's a high Japanese population there, so I would understand that. But that's just me ranting. So now talking about Copa America, the quarterfinals. All right, so I'm just gonna get the bracket ready to be on the screen so we can see the games that we're going to see later today. And I can't wait because we have a full day of just amazing games, especially the Euros that are happening in a little while from now, and then Copa America. I'm actually recording this way before these games started, but hopefully you can catch this right before Copa America starts today. So just give me one sec. I'm just trying to get that tab ready for you guys. All right, so we have it right here. So that's the bracket. All right, so what we're seeing right now is we're seeing Argentina versus Ecuador, Uruguay versus Colombia, Brazil versus Chile, and then Peru versus Paraguay. All right, so that is going to be the games that are going to happen today. So I'm really excited to see Peru versus Paraguay, Brazil. As you can clearly see, I am representing Argentina, Ecuador tomorrow, and then Uruguay and Colombia. So before we go deep in this prediction, I just want to show you a little bit of the bracket that we saw. So this is Group A, the South Zone, I guess you can call it Group A. So you had Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Chile, and Bolivia. So Argentina won 3 games, drew 1, lost none, got 10 points, 5 goal differential. Uruguay had 7 points, so they won 2 games, drew 1, and lost 1. Paraguay won 2 games, but then lost 2, got 6 points, 2 goal differential. Chile, getting that last spot, basically got 1 win, 2 draws, and 1 loss for 5 points. And then Bolivia, oh, poor Bolivia. Thank you for joining, and then don't let the door hit you, because Bolivia was just, non-existent, lost all their games. And then on Group B, the North Zone, we have Brazil or Peru, Colombia, Ecuador, y Venezuela. So Brazil being the home team, of course, you would think they would win all their games, but they won most of them. They won 3, but then draw the last game. And got 10 points, 8 goal differential, so watch out for that. But I will have to add that Brazil did rest most of their starters on that last game, so it wouldn't matter. They would still be top of the group. Peru actually came some life. They actually won 2 of their games, drew 1, lost 1, and got -2, but still got 7 points. Colombia, man, like Colombia doesn't look like Colombia, especially without James Rodriguez. They got 1 win, 1 draw, and 2 losses, but somehow they squeaked in with 4 points. And then Ecuador, man, they only drew 3 and then lost 1, but they still managed to advance to the quarter just by just squeaking it in. It had to be that game against Brazil, but I think they would have gone in regardless. And then Venezuela drew 2, lost 2. And thank you very much. Don't let the door hit you, Venezuela, because I guess it's looking like Bolivia and Venezuela were just there, you know, just to get some points scratched out from them. But they tried their best. So now going again to the brackets. So the first game that I want to digest a little bit. I want to digest Argentina versus Ecuador. All right. So just from looking at this game, all right, Argentina versus Ecuador, we're looking at depth. We're also looking at quickness. We're also looking at whose legs are more tired. So Argentina, they're having a good momentum, especially with Messi, and we don't know what's going to happen with Messi, especially because Messi is out of the Barcelona contract for the first time, so we don't know if he's going to renegotiate with another contract with Barca, or is he going to move to another team like Man City, PSG? Is he going to go to another continent? Maybe he could, join his boyish club in Argentina. There's been a lot of petitions from like Bundesliga teams, championship teams, even MLS teams have been trying to get his signature. But you got to pay a pretty good penny to get him, because he's not going to be cheap. All right, even in his age, he's still GOAT. All right. So who do I think is going to go through? All right, I gotta say that Argentina is going to go through. And the reason why is because Messi is getting into the groove back. He's loving every minute of it that he's with his national team. He feels comfortable. And even though this Argentina team really needs some life, because I don't see them as world beaters, but they are still good. I would say that they're the second best team in CONMEBOL as of now, behind Brazil. And they're good. Like, I wouldn't scratch anything past them, but their defense is suspect still. So hopefully they put in some new blood pretty soon, hopefully sooner rather than later, especially when World Cup qualifying starts in CONMEBOL. Because World Cup qualifying, anything can happen, right? I think that Ecuador, even though they did look good against Brazil, right? Even though they look good, you have to take it with a grain of salt. They tied Brazil's, like, I would say, B-list squad, I would say, because none of their top players played in that last game. So I would say that, Argentina, I would say that they are in a very, very good spot, and I wouldn't, go past them. And, they're familiar with the Brazil World Cup that happened in 2014. So I don't think that they are, I would say, phased. And also, there's no fans. So especially when there's no fans, that's a game changer as well. And I think Argentina, has every opportunity, to make it to the final, if they keep playing on their level. If they are, the make sure that that Messi is in the zone, that he's in the zen, that he continues to make goals, continues to connect passes, and that that they continue the momentum is going. So I say that Argentina wins hands down. All right, the next game, Brazil versus Chile. So Brazil versus Chile, right? So come on, Brazil. Brazil's gonna win. All right, Brazil is gonna win. They're at home. They haven't lost at home. All right, they still have a perfect record in CONMEBOL in World Cup qualifying. And Chile, I don't know, like, their golden generation that should have gone to the World Cup. They should have gone to the World Cup. last year. They're aging out. They need new blood, and I think that they like Chile needs to already start thinking about building towards the future, especially for this upcoming World Cup in Qatar, and then possibly the 2026 World Cup that's going to happen here in North America and Canada, the United States, and Mexico. But Brazil's good. Like Neymar is scoring. Even if Brazil hasn't looked as dangerous, Brazil is still Brazil. Always remember that saying. I always remember that. Brazil is always Brazil because you never have to count them out, especially in their home. They want to win at home in Copa America. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. There's no if or buts. Like Brazil has to go to the final, and they are in a pinch if they do not. All right. So that's what I have to say about that. Next game, Colombia versus Uruguay. So this one's a little tricky, I would say, because Uruguay, they do have their players, right? They didn't look too bad on the playing. They did finish second on the group, right? But that one loss, kind of is suspect. But they did lose against Argentina, so I'll give them that. But I would say that Uruguay really needs to step it up on the goal scoring sheet. If they do not, then I could see Colombia sneaking in. But Colombia without James Rodriguez, they don't look good. Like it's even a miracle that they made it to the next round. But soccer, football, anything can happen. But I think Uruguay wins. I think Uruguay wins, no problem. Because especially when it comes to knockout games, Uruguay, they know how to play the game because they've been consistent. They've been playing with each other. They've been together since the 2010 World Cup. So think about it. It's like 2010, the 14th, and then the 18th. So they have like 3 cycles already. So I wouldn't, look past that. And then the last game of the quarterfinals, we are seeing Peru versus Paraguay. All right. So this one is interesting. It really sucks for Paraguay that Miguel Almiron got injured in that last game, and that could be a game changer for them because he was really good. He was phenomenal, playing in this Copa America. But Peru has some life into it. They have a little, they have that edge that they made it to the Copa America final, the last Copa America, and they want to go back to it again. They want to exercise those demons, and they really want to win one again. And Paraguay, I gotta say that they look. They have a good chance. They could turn it around, but they had just so many people that have been injured, and I don't know if they can make it past Peru, because Peru can do it. Peru, I can tell that they are a team where they could make it, and hopefully this is a good springboard for Peru, because if you look at the World Cup qualifying standings, I know I'm talking about Copa America, but let's talk about the World Cup qualifying. I'm just gonna get that a standing ready for you guys just to see what is going on. So let's see. Give me one sec. I'm just gonna see if I can get that screen share one more time. So let's see. All right, so hopefully you're seeing it. Yes, you are. Sweet. All right, so this is the standings right now. And look, Brazil has a perfect record. They have won 6 games in a row. All right. Argentina are in second. I don't think that Brazil or Argentina are going to slow down anytime soon, especially Brazil. I think Brazil is going to qualify. It'll be probably one of the first teams to qualify for Qatar. Check on this live stream again, and I'll let you know, because Brazil, they have that momentum going, and Brazil's always Brazil. And then Ecuador, are in third place, Uruguay fourth place, and then Colombia in that intercontinental playoff spot. But then look at like the rest of the teams after Colombia. There's not that much of a difference. Like one game could change everything, especially from Uruguay all the way down to Peru. So look, Paraguay 7 points, Chile 6, Bolivia 5, Venezuela 4, and then Peru last place in 10. So, if Peru could, use this Copa America as a springboard to, start playing really good qualifiers later, I think they can use this. I think the manager is going to use this as motivation and as a blueprint of getting back to get back on business to try to qualify for Qatar, just like they make, just like they were qualifying. They qualified for Russia for the first time in a long time. So, so yeah, you see this, right? And you see the where I'm at right now. So I say that Peru is going to win, and that is going to set up the semifinals, right? And what's going to happen is, if we look again at the table, or I should say the bracket, not the table. I'm still thinking about World Cup qualifying. So if Argentina goes through, it'll be Argentina versus Uruguay. All right, that's a classic one. And then it would be Brazil versus Peru. Ooh, that would be a good one. That would be like a rematch match for Peru. But I still think that we are looking at Argentina versus Brazil in the final. I think that's going to be it. But I'm just going ahead of myself right now. All right, so I will come back again to see if my predictions were true. But that's what I'm seeing so far of what the outcome is going to be, especially with Copa America quarterfinals starting today. But I'm going to actually have a full day of just watching the Euros quarterfinals and then watching Copa America quarterfinals. So it's like two matches. The first match is Switzerland versus Spain, and then Belgium versus Italy, and then right afterwards, later in the day, it's going to be Peru versus Paraguay, and then Brazil versus Chile, right? So it's looking really good. I think we're gonna have some mouth-watering matches. Man, it's been just an awesome time of just a summer, just full of amazing football, soccer, the beautiful game. And I really wish that, CONCACAF wasn't a coward and that they actually would play the Gold Cup around the same time, because then you had more games to play. So you would have, Euros, you had Copa America, then you had the Gold Cup, and, you would have this, just onslaught of nonstop games, because since Gold Cup falls in like very late in July, it's like you can't get your best players, but it is what it is. We can't complain, but I am looking forward to having Copa America to see what is going to happen. I'm really pulling for Brazil, but I'm also pulling for Argentina to go through the final, because I really want Messi to at least win one international competition besides the Olympics. And everybody keeps saying like, oh, the Olympics are important. They're not. Stop it. Like if you go down the list of players that have won the Olympics and then that translated to a World Cup, yeah, that hasn't happened. Like Nigeria, I think, has like the most Olympics wins. I would say gold medals. I might have to figure that out. I think it is. And have they gone to the World Cup finals? Not that I know of. They've been always gotten out of the group stage. And I'm not hating on that team. I'm just giving you facts. But again, what are we talking about? We're talking about mostly the Copa America. And Copa America, I'm looking at Argentina winning, Uruguay, Brazil, and Peru, right? And hopefully you guys can give me feedback on if you agree with my predictions of who's going to move on to the semifinals of Copa America. And if you do need like more information, just follow me on my Twitter page. All right, there it is. So it's a Kicking Balls FC on Twitter and also on my YouTube channel. So I'm still deciding into doing live stream on game day on the actual game because a lot of people have been doing it, and I really want to do that as well, especially with these matches. But maybe I'll do it later on. But for now, I'm gonna wait maybe until the final and see what's up because I want to see if my bracket is right or it gets broken already from the first game. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So again, it's there. The bracket. What do you think is going to happen? What is there going to be a surprise? Can there be an upset happening in Copa America? Because that could happen. Nothing is for sure, but I'm just giving you just my just my opinion on it. So again, that's why I love the sport. Like nothing is guaranteed. Yes, there's statistics. Yes, there's percentages, but at the end of the day, none of that matters because you could be the number one team in the world, but if you're not the number one team in the stadium, none of that matters. So everyone has an opportunity to flip the script and become heroes and become legends. So again, thank you so much for watching Kicking Balls FC on Copa America predictions. And I'm going to come back again after the games of the Euros are over. So we know who's going to be the semifinalists, and then Copa America as well. So it's going to be a full time of football, soccer. Like it's going to be awesome. And then you're going to join me when World Cup qualifying starts happening, because everyone is going to be looking for the World Cup, and the World Cup is by far the best international sports event in the world because it has world in it. And it's just a beautiful game. I always fall in love with the World Cup time, but it's just so weird. That's going to be on December, in November, December. It's going to be so weird. I'm thinking of going to the World Cup, but I don't know. But we'll see. But Copa America, man, can't wait for that. It's going to be really good. I can't wait for the games. So hopefully Brazil does not disappoint. It's hard when they do disappoint. Just let's hope there's not a repeat of the World Cup that happened in 2014 when they were hammered 7-1 against Germany. But that's a whole another story because that's German team that's not existent anymore. But thank you guys for following through. Again, if you want to support my channel, please leave a like on the comment, subscribe as well, so when the next videos are going to happen. And then just follow my Twitter too as well, because I'll be just talking about the matches that are going on. I'm like giving you facts of my opinions on what is going to happen in the match. Is there a possibility where a team could change the dynamics in like a second? And then also sometimes there's a little trash talking here and there, but I love anything soccer and football, but this is Kicking Balls FC, where we kick the ball to the truth. And what's the truth? A beautiful game. And, if you don't like, the things that I'm saying, well, it's a kick in the balls, literally. So thank you guys. Stay awesome and enjoy 2 full days full of Euros and Copa America. All right. Peace out.